Hi, my name is Jeff Young, and I'm the instructor for Management 3385 that is being hosted on the Bright Space System for St. Mary's University from September to December 2017. I just wanted to take a moment or two to welcome you to the course. You're welcome. Hopefully we will meet at some point, but for now we're going to be working online. The other thing I wanted to do was take a couple of minutes and go through the key elements of the course outline. Please read the course outline. Particularly important given that it's an online course and a lot of the work that you'll be doing by yourself through the online system. Now, first of all, welcome to the course, and I'll just briefly run through my office hours. I operate out of SOBI 232, and I will be available on Tuesday and Thursday evenings from 5:15 to 6 p.m. So you can stop by then if you wish to chat. Also, I will be online from 5:30 to 6:30 on Tuesday evening. And that's not a lecture, it's not a required part of the course or anything. It's just the use of the Collaborate system to give you an opportunity to contact me, ask any questions, make any comments, and that's just an electronic form of office hours. So if you want to contact me on Tuesday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30, please do so using Collaborate. When you go to the site for the course, in the upper right hand corner, you will see a Collaborate button. Please click on that and it will take you down. There'll be a little drop down box and you can click on login to BBC, which is Blackboard Collaborate, and then there will be a series of instructions there and you can post some questions and I can respond to those. Alternatively, if you can't visit in person or you don't want to chat on a Tuesday evening from 5:30 to 6:30, please feel free to email me, jeff.young1@smu.ca. It's on the course outline. Or call me. I'll give you my home phone number, which is also on the course outline, 902-445-4407. Please call me at home or send an email to me at any time. If I'm not at home when you phone, please leave a message, but please speak clearly, slowly, and be sure to leave your phone number where you can be contacted. About half the phone calls I get don't leave a return number. So in any event, you have lots of opportunity to contact me, and we can always arrange for a particular appointment or a day time that's mutually convenient if that's necessary as well. So please feel free to contact me at any time. Now, our course is an introduction to human resource management, and we are using the 11th edition, I should say, of the Schwind, Ugerslev, Wagar, Fasana, and Bullmash text. It's the 11th edition. This should be available to you at the bookstore. There may also be some used copies floating around. If you wish to use the 10th edition, that's fine. You can do that. There's no disadvantage to that, really. It's the same chapters in the same order, same chapter numbers, same titles, and so on. It's just that the syllabus is built around the 11th edition. So page numbers and so on and so forth are built around the 11th edition, and they're going to be different from the page numbers in the 10th edition. However, the cases in the 11th edition are the same cases that are in the 10th edition. They have the same titles and they appear in the same chapters, so you can just look for them at the end of each chapter. Anyway, the 10th edition decision is left to you, but please do get a textbook. Do read it. There are 14 chapters. We will be covering all 14 to some extent. The textbook will form the basis for the midterm and the final exams, as well as the source of cases and exercises for use throughout the term. So, please find the course outline. If you go to the course site, you should see course content button in the upper right hand portion of the screen. Click on that and then click on content. That should take you to a screen where you'll see a PDF of the course outline, and you can also use that for the course modules. The modules reiterate the discussion and assignment items that I'll talk about in a few minutes, and they also provide some comments and some links that you might find useful. If in fact the links are broken or there are problems with them, please let me know and I'll try to get them fixed, or I'll replace them. So, read the course outline. First thing, read it in depth, please. The course outline, beyond some introductory information, provides information about the Commerce goals and the program goals there, and it also outlines the course objectives for this particular course. Please note that a number of the things that we're doing in this course are done in groups. The discussion cases, the assignment cases, and the term paper are all done in groups. You have to work in a group to get those things done. The midterm and the final, of course, are done by individuals. Now, I just wanted to touch base with groups. First of all, you'll be assigned a group. Once you've enrolled in the course, you will automatically become a member of one of 8 groups. So there should be probably 4 to 6 people working in your group. Now, I think the course was full the last time I checked, so there'll probably be at least 5 in your group. Some folks might end up with 6. Anyway, you've been assigned to a group, which you will see when you go to the course site there. But I just wanted to reiterate some of the material around participation assignments and the term report. First of all, we have participation. Participation is worth 15%. 15% of your final grade will come from participation. And what you'll see in the course outline is that there are 11 discussion items that generate participation points for you. There is nothing in the first week of the course, nothing due, no discussion, no assignment. The first few days of the course, it's a very short week, that first week. It's an opportunity for you to go in and play with the Brightspace system a little bit, and it's an opportunity for you to connect with your group mates, okay, and explore the system and so on. So, beginning with the second week, there will be 11 discussion cases. There will not be a discussion case in the final week of the course. That's going to be a fairly short week. So each group has its own discussion forums. And the forum starts on the Monday morning and in essence goes till midnight of the following Sunday. So you have an entire week there. Now your job as an individual member of a group is to read the discussion case in question and respond to the 2, 3, 4 questions that follow the case. And you're to post that initial response in your own group's discussion forum. So 5 or 6 people are going to respond, post those initial responses, and then your job will be to respond to any 2 other individuals in your group. You can talk about what you like about their response, what you agree with, so on and so forth. But really, I'm trying to promote some discussion. So it's not a matter of saying you like something or you don't like it. It's a matter of saying you like it or you don't like it, you agree, you disagree, but saying why or why not. And the idea, of course, is to promote discussion and thinking about things, not attack someone else's work, but to use someone else's work as an opportunity to enhance your own learning. Now, for each of the 11 weeks that we have discussions, you will get 3 points for posting your initial response, and you will get 2 points for responding to any 2 other individuals' responses or comments, their responses to somebody else's work. So a minimum then is 1 initial response worth 3 and 2 individual responses to any others in your group. So that's 5. So over the course of the 11 weeks, where we have 11 discussions, you would have 55 points available. If you make all those initial responses and the follow-up responses to your group mates, you do those each week for 11 weeks, you'll get 55. So 55 out of 55, which is the number available, gives you 100% of the participation mark. If you only do about half the work, you're only going to get about half of the participation points. So these are easy points, but they are directly connected to the case material in the text, which is directly related to the material in a particular chapter. So in a way, it's a way of preparing for the midterm and or the final at the same time as you're engaging in some online discussion with your group mates. Okay? Now, the new discussion case starts on Monday morning, and you have till midnight of the following Sunday. Midnight of the Sunday of week 2, that discussion case number 1 is over. Okay? So you've only got 7 days in which to operate. That's a fair amount of time. You've got 24 hours a day to do it. Okay? Late responses, late postings are not accepted. Okay? The system might accept them, but I'm not going to, unfortunately. In week 3, we'll move on to case discussion number 2. So please get your discussion material done and posted and move on. Please note that you do not have to submit any documentation to me. You just simply need to post your individual responses within your own group. Okay? There's nothing that has to be submitted for case discussions. Please be sure to read that section. And if you have any concerns about participation or any other element of the course, please contact me right away and I will get it resolved. Now, the second group element is assignments. Now, there are 12 assignments. So starting with the second week of the course, there will be a group assignment each week, up to and including the last week of the course. And the last week of the course is fairly short. So, what you need to do with the assignments is you will be assigned a group discussion site for assignment 1, for example. So as a group, you can go there and you can discuss the assignment. Now, what I've referred to in the syllabus is the role of the team leader. The team leader is going to be a role that each person in the group will probably take on at least once or twice in the term. It will fall to the team leader not to do the assignment for the group, but it will fall to the team leader to perhaps initiate some discussion on the assignment for a particular week and to pull the responses from group members together and submit an assignment to me that captures the essence of the group discussion, that should answer the 2 or 3 or 4 questions that follow the case or the exercise. In some instances, I think we have an exercise as an assignment as opposed to a case, but you have to answer the relevant case and or exercise questions. So you can go to, for example, group 1 will have a site in which it can discuss assignment 1. Okay? That's separate from the discussion site for the case for participation. Okay? Please understand that for assignments, there are no participation points. You don't get points for participating in the assignments. You get points for participating in the case discussions, the 11 case discussions that I just mentioned. However, with the assignments, you get assignment points. Now, assignments are worth 15% of the total mark. So each week that there's an assignment, the assignment will be due by 11 o'clock on Sunday night, Sunday evening, 11 p.m. Sunday. You will have to submit that assignment through the Dropbox. So you can go up to course activities, click on that. You get a little set of menus there. You can click on Dropbox. That will take you in even more. And you will see a list of assignments, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you can submit your assignment through that Dropbox. Now, it will be the team leader who will pull everything together and create a Word document. Please do not send me PDFs or any other fancy, whimsical types of files. A simple Word document is what I need. I want to be able to open it, download it, comment on it, give it a grade, save it, and I will send it back to you. So generally, your assignment will be due on a Sunday night. Assignment 1 is due September 17th, I believe. And I will return that to you by the following Saturday. So you'll get some feedback before the next assignment is due. But please bear in mind that you should have a number of team meetings. You can have one at the start of the course. There is a planning forum that each group has. It should be the very first item up on the under the discussions tab, and you can use that site for creating planning sessions. Who's going to be team leader for assignment 1, for assignment 2, so on and so forth. You can also use it for talking about how you plan to manage the term paper. But you should decide on who's going to be the TL or the team leader. It's the team leader who's going to pull everyone's work together, create a nice, crisp, clear, succinct, direct answer in a Word file and submit it through the Dropbox to me by the due date and time. Now, what we've been running into with a number of folks, and it's not just me, I've spoken to some other instructors and students from other sections and so on, and I have said that the assignment is due in the Dropbox by 11 p.m. on Sunday night. And some group members have taken that to mean, oh, as long as they get their information into the team leader by 11 o'clock on Sunday night, then they're okay. Well, no, that's not okay. The team leader probably needs a couple of days to pull together everybody's responses and create that one answer for submission. So, please, stay in contact with your group members through the Brightspace system. Submit your work on time. Part of the TL's job will be to set up a schedule for the weekly assignment. Who's going to respond when and where? Well, when we're not sure about, sometime in that week, but where is in the Brightspace forum for the particular assignment. And the team leader probably should have his or her material from you by late Friday, early Saturday morning to give the team leader a chance to pull it all together. So please don't be submitting things to the team leader after the team leader has already submitted the assignment. That's unfair for the team leader and for the other members of the group. And it's unfair to me because if you're not going to comply with your team leader timelines, what am I supposed to do? I can't give you points. There are no individual assignments. I do not take individual assignments. So please go along, get along, follow along with the team leader for the particular week and get your work in on time. At some point, you'll be team leader. So you'll have to rely on others to get their work into you. Okay? Now, assignments are generally marked out of 100. Please pay attention to writing. Some of the writing is quite poor that I've received over the past few years, and I do wish that individually and collectively you would pay more attention to writing. Okay? I don't mark the assignments harshly, but I am looking for some of the technically correct material, and in other instances I'm just looking for a rationale for why you want to do what you're proposing. So please watch the writing. Please make sure that you're answering the question or questions that have been asked. So that's the assignments. You get no participation points for assignments, you get assignment points. So typically what I do is I grade the assignments out of 100. I return them to you by the Saturday after the Sunday that you have submitted them to me. And in the longer run, I'll probably give you your best 10 of 12 or some such, and I will just average the scores. So please get stuck in right away, and let's just kind of keep rolling. Before we know it, it will be December. Now, I've mentioned several times that the course is offered through the Brightspace system through St. Mary's University. Everything has been set up for you. You have sites for discussion of cases for participation points. You have sites for discussions of assignment cases, and you have submission sites for those. You have a site for a discussion of the term paper that I'll talk about in a minute, okay? And you also have a more general site. The first site should be just kind of a planning forum for you, so you should be able to go in there anytime, okay? Please don't use your case discussion sites or your assignment sites for discussing schedules and planning. Use the planning site for that, okay? Furthermore, please stick within Brightspace. Every time I teach this course, someone always comes up with the idea, hey, let's do this on Facebook, hey, let's do this on Snapchat or I don't know. The course is being hosted by Brightspace, or through Brightspace by St. Mary's University. So please stick with Brightspace. I don't have access to Snapchat or Facebook or any of these other social media, which I'm sure are quite wonderful. Please do not use those. Stick within Brightspace. I can see who's coming in and participating and who's not. I can't tell who's participating if you're trying to have a discussion through Facebook. Makes no sense to me. Stick with Brightspace, please. Okay? And don't even suggest to other people that you use other social media sites to have this course. Use Brightspace. Lovely. Okay. Term paper. There is a term paper. It's a group term paper. And it's a team term report. It's discussed around about page 5 of the course outline. And basically, I'm looking for a document that's about 8 to 10 pages long, typewritten, double-spaced, that discusses issues with respect to human resource professionals. For example, what have been the historic roles played by human resource professionals? Are there any changes in those roles? What's causing the changes? What are the implications for human resource management professionals? Their roles, their skills, and so on and so forth. What's the future for human resource management professionals? So I think there's more and more information available on this topic, and it's becoming more and more current. So I'm looking for something about 8 to 10 pages from your introduction to the end of your summary conclusion section. About 8 to 10 pages, double-spaced typewritten. A Word document, please, not a PDF. Just send me a Word document. Again, you have a discussion site for this. You can break up the work amongst you. You can send your answers to whoever's going to be the TL for the team term report, which is a much bigger job than simply doing a couple of assignments. And the team leader will submit the term report to me through the Dropbox in Brightspace. And please double check your syllabus for the due date for that, but it's towards the end of November. Okay. There will be a midterm that will be available to you in October. The midterm will be online and it will be unproctored. There will be 60 multiple choice items from the first 4 chapters of this course. The midterm will be open on one morning at 8 o'clock, and you'll have about 3 or 4 days to pick a time to go in online and complete the midterm. Now, generally we've opened it at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning and closed it at 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning. That's probably what we're going to do again this time. But please double check the dates and times for that midterm. Once you go in, you must complete the midterm. You can't go in and say, oh, I'll do the first 10 or 15 questions and I'll go for coffee and come back, and whatever. Go in, complete it, submit it. You do not need a proctor. You just need to go online. And again, you'll find that midterm under course content. We'll talk some more about it as things unfold. I will send you some reminders and so on. The midterm can probably be done quite easily in 30 minutes or so. But you're going to have probably about 75 minutes to complete it. You'll have lots of time. Now, one of the problems that we've run into is some people forget all about it, don't bother doing it. Not much I can do there. Some people leave it to the very last minute and they started at 10 to 8 on the Thursday morning. Well, at 8 o'clock on that Thursday morning, it shuts down. So if you've only answered the first 10 questions, that's what you will see. So you must allow yourself enough time. If you're going to leave it till later on, Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, that's fine. But bear in mind that the test closes down at 8 o'clock on that Thursday morning. Again, double check the syllabus, please. That's posted for those days and times. Final exam. For the most part, the final exam will be written on campus at St. Mary's University. It will cover from chapters 5 to 14, probably about 120, 130 multiple choice items. The day, the time, the location of that final exam will be made available to us by the registrar's office as the term unfolds. So once I know, I'll let you know, and we'll move on. But I'm sure there'll be a general posting of exam information at some point. Now, here's another issue that somehow gets to be problematic. If you live within the 100-kilometer zone surrounding St. Mary's, you have to come to campus to write your final exam in December. If you're outside that 100-kilometer zone, you will have to write your exam elsewhere. Okay? And you will have to find a proctor. And what we will end up doing is either sending a hard copy of the exam to the proctor by regular mail or electronically. You'll write the exam that will be sent back to us at St. Mary's and forwarded on to me. The point here is, if you're beyond that 100-kilometer zone, you have to submit a request for a proctor. Now, if you go to page 6 or so of the course outline, it says final exam. At the end of the discussion of the final exam, there is a link to a proctoring form that you must complete. Okay? And please do that sooner, not later. Do not let it go till the end of November and say, oh, gee, what do I do about writing the exam? If you're beyond 100 kilometers, you can write at a distance, but you must submit the proctoring form. I'll remind you of these proctoring forms as we go along. You do not need one for the midterm. Midterm is unproctored. It's only worth 8%. Final exam, if you're writing off campus, you will be required to have a proctor. If you're writing on campus, I'll be the proctor. So, again, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please call me, send me an email, stop by the office. Or if you see me around, you could just ask me. So, once again, welcome to the course. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to your various comments and views on some of the coursework and hearing about your HR experience. And if you haven't done that, that's fine. That's what some of the cases are intended to generate, is some thought and discussion of various HR issues. So good luck with your term, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.